absolutely ridiculous today when you see how we slashed everything. So if you've seen some items before that you were kind of on the fence about, now you got a great opportunity to pick them up at these great prices. We're going to start you off with one of our favorite companies when it comes to anything cooking, which is Elite. This is our 6.5 quart 7-function programmable multi-cooker. This is truly one pot that will do everything. If you like to slow cook, if you love to bake, even if you want to steam items, saute, it has a built-in rack so you can put fish in there and you can steam it in your favorite wine, whatever you want to do. You can do a whole roast inside here. What I love about it is you can also keep warm in this. So think about this, especially as we enter into holiday season, when you have things that you want to keep warm, whether you're having parties or even around, think about Thanksgiving, you can keep food warm while everybody is milling about. They can serve themselves. It's fantastic. You have a huge capacity inside here, and the whole thing is programmable. Very simple to use. We're going to give you the little the cookbook to go along with it. Gives you all kinds of great tips and ideas. Kelly Diedring is here. Kelly, it's clearance day. Let's just get to it.
My favorite day ever to shop.
I love clearance days.
I've been shopping online all the day.
You know, it's funny, and I love to work on these days too because I love all the calls we get, and everybody's finally getting to pick things up that maybe they couldn't get before.
Right.
This is the best way to do it. But this, you know, this is not, and just so you know, this is not a slow cooker. That's not what it does that, but it's not.
But it also slow cooks.
It also slow cooks.
Yeah.
But you can see by this rolling boil inside here that you can also sear.
You can sear, you can steam. This is why we call it our multi-function cooker. This is by Elite, the #1 selling pressure cooker in the history of HSN. But I basically compare it to like a miniature oven. Anything you can do in your oven, you can broil, you can steam, you can saute. You can bake Grandma's recipe for her roast in a matter of 40 minutes. You can also do your beautiful root vegetables all at the same time because we give you that insert, that rack, but it's all completely programmed. So all I have to do is press a button, and I'll go over those buttons. It has its own rice function built in, so all I have to do is press the rice button. I know you want me to carve? That. I would love for you to carve because I know you always, you know, want to do that for me.
Yeah, while you're talking, we'll go ahead and carve.
That's why we love this machine, because look what we've done. In just a matter of 35, 40 minutes, when you cut into that, look how perfectly cooked that is. This machine will do it all. Yeah. It gives you the flavors almost like you're pressure cooking because it's so moist. When you cook inside this small capacity as opposed to in your big oven, what happens in our big oven? Dries out, gets a little bit chewy. Not when you do a roast inside here. Look at what you get. It's perfectly done. Put a slice over there for me, guys.
Yeah, look at these slices. They're beautiful.
You've got our carrots, we've got our potatoes, all done in just a matter of minutes, all done by the press of a button. And I'm going to get into the digital brain because that's what Elite is famous for, is this digital brain. So if you'll just go right down front with me, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Look at all of our pre-programmed functions. So we have a bake function built right in. Temperature and time are completely adjustable. Let's say I want to go up on my temperature, I can go up on my temperature, okay? Everything is completely customizable. Rice function is built in. All you have to do is press rice and put your rice and your liquid on the inside and walk away. There's our roast. It's all built in. It already has the time built in. Now here are your slow cook features. So this also will function as your slow cooker. We have slow cook on high, we have slow cook on low. Guy mentioned that beautiful keep warm, so you can use this as your buffet server, have people coming back to the machine all day long. There's that saute button up to 390 degrees. You can do your stew, you can steam it, and again, everything is completely adjustable. So that's why we love Elite, because they give us that digital brain built into the bottom. You don't have to do any work. You know, the #1 complaint about kitchen appliances is that a lot of people, you know, sometimes they're hard to work. This one, you just choose, maybe you choose rice, maybe you choose bake, and you do your beautiful roast. But you can also pop popcorn in this, you can steam your fish, you can do your mac and cheese. I can't think of anything you wouldn't do inside this machine.
And look at the unit itself, okay? The unit does not take up a lot of space. It's not a big, clunky, heavy-duty thing. You can bring this if you've got church suppers or things like that. You can bring it with you. The pan comes out. I'm just going to lift that up. It's a little hot, so I won't hold it for too long. But you see it comes out, and you can rinse that. It's non-stick on the inside. And what I love, too, is that this is your go-to piece. You don't have to heat up the big oven when you want to do things like a big, giant thing of mac and cheese, where mac and cheese is going to be the center of everything. Let me tell you quickly, while Kelly is scooping this up, oh, my gosh, that smells so good, that I have 644. That's it. Black is already just sold out, so I have it available in the white finish, which you'll see throughout. Then this basically just the console is white. We have it available, but for this price, it's not going to last. It's $30 off HSN's price.
For you.
Ooh, look at the cheese dripping down the side.
How about
$30 off the price. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
And it's also on FlexPay, so you can get it for $23.32. What'd you put in here?
Well, this is our famous bacon jalapeno mac and cheese. And what I love about this is we put the noodles in from dry. We boiled our water and did our noodles at the exact same time. Then we popped in our cheese and melted our cheese. We did our bacon. We did our jalapeno. If you wanted to do more like a baked mac and cheese, you could put your crumbles on top and put it into the bake position for a matter of maybe 5-6 minutes. And you could have baked mac and cheese in the same machine. So you might be thinking, well, I do mac and cheese at home. Yeah, here's what you probably have to do. You probably have to get out a pot, get the water to a rolling boil, do in your noodles. Okay, then take your noodles out, strain them. Then, you know, add your cheese later on. By that point, you've dirtied 5, 6, 7 dishes and you've got to clean them all. With this machine, you're going to do it all inside the machine. So it will sear, it will boil your water, it will do your pasta, it will do your noodles, it will steam for you, it will do your roast, it will do your stuffed chickens. Get this machine home, and as Guy pointed out, watch, you just pick it up. Take it with you to bunko, take it with you to church, take it with you to the neighbor's, you know, potluck over the holidays. It's a really, really functional, versatile item.
Look what's inside here now. So those of you that love meatloaf, I see, you can see it all happening, right? You can see yourself cooking in this, and it makes life so easy. Everything based, and you know what's good too is it's not sitting down in the grease.
That's exactly right.
Look at what's, if you go inside the pan, Rob, take a look at the top.
Yeah, we give you that.
My boy Rob, give us a shot from the top. Look at, you'll see that there's grease and fat in there. You can skim that off, and then you can make your gravy out of it.
Yeah, well, what's great about this rack is that it pops in and out. It's completely, you know, washable in the dishwasher. But you're going to steam your veggies in that rack. You're going to do your meatloaf, maybe your chicken. You're going to utilize that rack all day long, and that comes with the machine. Look at our meatloaf, though. Now, we did this utilizing our bake function at 325 degrees. All we did was press the buttons that said bake, but look at how moist that meatloaf is. I'm using a spatula to slice into it, but it's beautiful, it's moist, it's juicy, it's tender.
Family meals, you come home and all you have is one pan to deal with,
It's so true. You have one pot. You're able to do this in less time than... I know, you're going crazy for the pizza. You're actually able to cook in less time, because when you cook in a smaller surface, it doesn't heat up your big giant oven. You don't have to, you know, pay an arm and a leg for the electricity to, you know, to basically dry out your food. That's what your big box oven does. Now you're cooking in a small space. So when you cook in a small space like that, you get this beautiful, moist, you know, cooked foods. It's like Grandma used to make, you know? When you would go home to Grandma's and she would make the most beautiful meal, look at that. This is like Grandma used to make.
And to Kelly's earlier point, you know, you're not heating up a space this big to cook something that's only that big. So it's a focused cooking. It uses up a fraction of the energy that your regular oven would use. And, you know, if you're doing things like, you know, putting a meatloaf in that's that small, or you're putting a pizza in, or you're, whatever it is you're baking, why utilize all that energy when you don't have to, and you can just use a fraction of it with this pan? I love, because this is kind of similar, like back in the day we had our crockery cookers.
Yes.
Which really just did one thing. They kind of cook slowly all day. Either you could cook really slow or not so slow. These, or semi-slow. These you can also bake in. As you can see, this is a pizza. This is basically
like a miniature oven. It's also your slow cooker. It will also do your steam, your fish. We did our pizza. This is just the pre-bought dough.
You're amazing.
Isn't this delicious? So you pop in your dough, give a little flip. Look at the bottom of that dough, by the way. It's perfectly cooked and crispy underneath, and it's gorgeous. Then we went to bake when we added our toppings. So we cooked our pizza dough right inside the same machine. We added all of our toppings and put it on 325 degrees on our bake setting.
So we baked, this was all done in here. Nothing was put in after this. Was just pressing out the dough. It's nonstick on the inside. And then just essentially just adding your sauce.
Deep dish pizza.
That is awesome.
Look at how gorgeous
I know, my producer Jared was just like, oh my gosh, look at that.
That slice is about the size you'd eat.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Perfect pizza.
It's gorgeous.
600 of these remain if you want it. I only have it available in white. Let me show you the unit itself, and we'll give you, this is a one that doesn't have anything in it. So you got a tempered glass lid on top. It's got a little vent hole on there so it'll let steam escape. They're going to put in, the rack comes along with it. So if you want to do, you know, just a pork roast, or if you want to do a little smaller rib roast, you can do that inside here. This is perfect for poaching fish, right? You can either put the fish right on there, or you could put a little foil and then put some wine or liquids underneath, so you can do that. This is the beauty of the whole thing. The cook pot inside is completely non-stick. You can put this in the dishwasher if you'd like. I just wash them out because they're so easy. And then when you look at the bottom, you get to see how big that heat element actually is. It covers the entire bottom of the pan. This entire thing gets hot. It's not just a little zigzag of an element inside there. The whole thing gets hot. Easy to clean. This goes on top. Your rack goes in, so everything sort of stores inside, just like that. And then, of course, your digital brain is up front. And it's so simple to utilize. We give you the Infinity Cooker book that comes along with it. It gives you all your instructions. It even has some recipes inside there. But if you do love things like pot roast, if you want to do, because you know what would be great to do in here? Like your St. Patty's Day meals, you know, if you're doing corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, your corned beef and cabbage, your big, you know, pulled pork, because this is your slow cooker. It's also a miniature oven, and it will do anything your oven does. Real quick, just a reminder, look at all of the functions built in. We have a bake function built in. We have a rice function. It's on its own. You don't need to do anything except press rice. We have roast. This is your slow cooker. If your slow cooker's on its way out, go ahead and get rid of it. We have high and low. There's that keep warm. There's that saute, stew, and steam. All of it is customizable. You can adjust the time and the temperature as well. But this machine really will become that machine you go to all the time. Maybe you know somebody that just got married. Maybe you know somebody that's going off to college. Maybe you know somebody that struggles with cooking. Maybe it's a bachelor or somebody that just isn't a great cook but really wants to be. This is that machine, because you can do your stir fry. You hear that sizzle? Our shrimp are going to cook, and then we can also pop in our veggies and do a quick stir fry in this machine, all without dirtying multiple pots, multiple pans. All we did was pop it on 390 degrees because we have that adjustable time and temperature. I'm going to go ahead and pop in some of my veggies, and then we're going to come right back to this.
Throw them all in at once. Because
it takes a matter of minutes. I've done a stir fry in 10, 12 minutes before, from start to finish, with raw veggies, raw shrimp, and at the end of the day, look at how beautiful that's going to be. What a healthy meal to serve your family. No added oils, because we have that non-stick pan. I can just add whatever seasonings I want to do, pop my lid on top, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, so here, I'll give you a lid.
Give me a lid.
I'll give you a lid there.
We're going to leave that
steam a little bit. If you love rice, I will tell you, and if you only bought this, you know, at this price, at $30 off the price on clearance today, if you bought it just to make rice, it's the most amazing rice cooker ever. You don't have to worry about anything getting stuck inside here.
It's true, because look at how perfectly done this rice is.
Just how I love my rice.
It does it in under 20 minutes. You can do white, yellow. I do black rice now because of how healthy black rice is.
Nothing is sticking to the bottom.
Wild rice. You can do your quinoa. You can do whatever kind of rice, and all you do is press the button that says rice. So that's what this machine gives you, that versatility. Because at the end of the day, if you were going to do rice, again, you'd have to get out a pot, a pan. You'd have to put it on the stovetop. You have to let it simmer. You have to go up and down with your temperature. We're going to leave that. That was just a little sneak peek of our rice, because our rice actually goes with our stir fry. But it's also a machine where you're going to do your big, hearty meals. The meals where you could serve, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 people with 2 full-size chickens.
2 full-size barbecue chickens inside here.
And what's beautiful is that we've actually done, our lemon infused on this side, and we've done our barbecue on this side.
Do you want to pick them out or what?
Yeah, no, go for it.
To get this guy
so you can do this by just utilizing the bake feature. If you want to brown the skin on your chicken beforehand, I want you to utilize that saute feature at the beginning and brown the skin and then bake it. You would never be able to do that in your oven. Your oven can't brown the skin on your pork or on your chicken. Look at how moist and juicy.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going to do both, but I will take a little taste of this one, and you'll see. I mean, that is just dripping. Oh my gosh, awesome.
It's great. And here's the thing. It's by Elite, which we know and love because they're the #1 selling pressure cooker here in the history of HSN. They make high quality products. Everything on here is totally, non-stick. It's just a really high quality item. You ever get like a slow cooker or something and it's a little chintzy? You know what I mean? You get a machine and you're like, this is a little chintzy. That's not this machine. You're going to get this home and you're going to be amazed.
You would probably use, I would guarantee if you do like to cook, you'll probably use this 3 or 4 days a week. Because anything that you can really do in your oven or on top of your stove, you can do inside here, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So think about it. If you have folks over and you want to do a giant egg scramble, you could do that inside here and everybody could serve themselves.
Giant quiche.
Yeah, Swedish meatballs. Think about the things you could do inside here. I'm not sure what the heck that is.
That is the most gorgeous brownie topped with toffee and marshmallow. Hi, friend. Would you like a bite?
I'm going to go over front because I want to make sure my feet are planted while I eat this.
You can do beautiful desserts instead of dirtying a brownie dish and a mixing, bowl. I want you to mix it inside here and then level it off and do your brownies right in the same pan.
She's a very bad girl, is what she is, Jared. Look at this, it's all gooey. Look, it's all gooey inside.
There's toffee on the top, and there's marshmallows on it, and we melted it all because we were able to pop it on that saute feature at the very end.
That's so good.
I'm going to cut another slice for Jared.
Like, you wouldn't stop eating that once you started. It is that. It's ridiculous.
But you didn't heat up your big giant oven.
And look inside. Here's the part that I love. Now, if you put this in a regular tray or whatever, you'd have a heck of a time trying to get it out of there. But if you look inside at this, you'll see right here, it's non-stick. I mean, look at that. That pan is dry under there, so you can remove it very, very easily. Listen, I have 90 seconds left on this. I got about 500 or so, a little over that with folks online. So if you want it, now's the time to grab it. We're going to finish up our stir fry.
Look at the stir fry we started literally 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Please, here, I'll give you that.
Give me a spoon.
You go ahead and serve our rice, which remember, all we did was choose the rice button on that. On this one, all we did was choose the button that said saute. I'm going to give it a little bit of sauce, but you can see the vegetables are perfectly done. Our shrimp, which was completely raw not 2-3 minutes ago, is absolutely gorgeous. So again, this is a great gift idea for those in your life that maybe aren't very, skilled in the kitchen. This will make it seem, oh, thank you. I was looking for that.
Look at you.
This will make it seem like they can cook. It's a machine that does it all. It's so simple to use, and you will, honest to goodness, get the flavors of, say, pressure cooking almost, because when you cook inside a small machine like this, there's nowhere for the evaporation to go, especially when you utilize that lid. It's all juicy. It's all beautiful. Look at that stir fry.
I mean, that is
scallions on top.
Look at how beautiful that is. So don't tell us you can't cook. You can cook so easily. You just have to have the right tools to be able to do it. Listen, we got to move on because we have a lot of stuff. Kelly is coming back. The Fagor, which is absolutely, hands down, my favorite.